Is day 3 of a bail hearing for Huawei's chief financial officer. The U.S. accuses Meng Wanzhou of fraud, alleging Huawei broke U.S. trade sanctions against Iran. Aarti Pole is here with more on the story. So, Aarti, what's happening in court right now?
Well, court was on a break and it's just resumed, and so I'll bring our viewers up to speed. We know that one of the main focus points of today in court is whether or not there would be sureties if, in fact, the CFO was given bail. And there are a number of people who've now come forward saying that they would pose as sureties for Meng. And so some of them, and I'm reading the tweets of one of our reporters who's in the courtroom, says that there is a homemaker, a neighbor who was a yoga instructor, also an insurance agent, the first realtor who helped the family, the CFO's family, buy their first homes in Vancouver. All of them have said that they would be sureties. It's a total of about $3 million there, with nearly half a dozen people who've come forward saying that they would ensure that she would not skip out or breach the bail conditions so long as she makes the bail. Her husband was also under consideration, and the argument from the lawyer was saying that even though he is on a visa right now, it has been extended before, and in all likelihood it would be. That is the latest developments that I am seeing coming out of court right now. There is some concern suggesting that some of the interests of these sureties are aligned with Meng, with these allegations, and so whether or not they would really be someone who could make sure that she was accountable to the conditions of the bail. That's really what's being focused on in court right now. Outside the court, there were a number of supporters who were lining up outside of the doors of the Supreme Court in support of Meng and saying that Canada should not be doing this, that they were criticizing, as is also the country, China, criticizing the Canadian government for this detainment. Let's quickly take a listen to what some of those supporters had to say.
We want to come here to witness how the justice works, right? Because we know this is, for me, right? I think it is a big mistake of Canada. We shouldn't do this. Vancouver is the best city in the world. It's friendly, always, open to the world. People come here, enjoy. But now, because of this, people are scared come to here. My friends, they ask me, right, from China, from everywhere, why Vancouver can do this?
So the question, would she be a flight risk? Would the financial penalty even be that much to her, given the fact that she's the daughter of the CEO and creator of Huawei? And certainly money is not really an object for them. So these are all of the things that continue to be considered.
And there are potential security risks if Meng were to skip bail, but what are the broader security questions being asked?
Well, really, this is playing out on such an international scale when we talk about relationships between these countries. We know that it has been tense for a number of countries because of how dynamics have changed under the new U.S. administration. But with this arrest that we're seeing with the Canadian government, we know China is criticizing that, so we'll have to see how it all plays out.
All right, Aarti, thank you.